So, guys, the Lagos State government is taking this coronavirus issue to a different level. Lagos State government commences house-to-house search for infected persons. Lagos State government says it has commenced a house-to-house search for individuals infected with COVID-19 in the state. The State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, who disclosed this during a joint press briefing on COVID-19 intervention held in Alausa, Ikeja on Thursday, April 9th, stated that the coronavirus case identification campaign tagged the Community Active Case Search commenced on Monday, April 6, 2020, and is expected to run for 2 weeks in the first instance across the state. He explained that health workers during this time will move from house to house, including health facilities, in pairs to administer electronic questionnaire on citizens, adding that the questions to be administered border on COVID-19 symptoms. Abayomi stressed that the officials carrying out the exercise can be identified with the COVID-19 outbreak response tags and letter from the local government. According to him, in the coming days, some of our health workers will be moving around in pairs to administer an electronic questionnaire at homes and healthcare facilities to make inquiries about symptoms of cough, cold, and fever. This is in a bid to intensify our search for possible cases of COVID-19 in different communities across the state. I implore you to give them your maximum support by providing accurate information that would help in containing this pandemic quickly. House to house search. I hope it will not be too risky. Of course, they must have done their analysis, done everything possible, or looked at everything holistically, so that you can't say, so that in process of doing that or going through that process, something else will not happen again. I think they need to inform people very well, and they need to get the information down to even to the people on the streets, because most of the time people do not get to know about these things, because if people are not aware that people are coming, oh, they was just said, oh, they announced it on TV, but don't forget that most times some people do not have a light to even watch the TV. Some people do not have money to buy foil and all of those, so they should just devise every means for this information to get down to the roots. That is when everything can really be done successfully, and I pray and I hope they will not hijack this whole thing, or it will not just be exercise in futility. That is just my own opinion, but everything that they need to do to curb this whole thing, I think it will be a welcome development. That is just what I think. Someone says, so you can go house to house to look for those who are sick and those who are not sick, but only share your money and food to your party members. This government is dead. This country has expired. A tribalistic government ruled by the wicked group. Of course, that person is having a point there. They cannot go house to house. Well, let's see how it goes. Another says here that please start with house to house supply of food. Yes, each house you visit, drop food and money first. Good and fine. Exactly, my brother. You have said it all. They should also drop 20K per household. Good and fine. You will see that everybody will sit at home. Honestly, believe you me. Yes. Don't worry, they will just say, if you want to go and take questions. And that's another thing, because a lot of people are really boiling. You will go to their houses, so you can come to my house to come and get questions. So but when it comes to you to do the right thing for me, you will not know my doorstep. It's a good thing. If you see, Nigerians or human beings are not too really rigid, in that manner. If you show them that you are sincere with what you are talking about, not just halfway, because of course we know that Lagos state government has been trying, but they need to do better, they need to do more, because most of the things that we've been hearing concerning this stimulus package they made mention of, it didn't get to people. I don't think it got to almost 5% of the population in Lagos, and that is just the fact. And I don't know why these people, they seem to be more enlightened. They go outside, they have opportunity to go outside the world to see what is happening, but why is it that we cannot do the same thing? Honestly, it's just tiring. And one cannot just conclude that one can just conclude that these people they know what they are doing. I think it's a deliberate act. But just like people are saying, and that is the reality. You cannot rule that house. Most of the time they want you to make it look at, oh, you have to be considerate, you have to be politically correct, you have to just say it, so that, no, don't offend them, oh, just be praising them, just be saying good things about them. Of course, when we see good things, we still talk about it. But when we see that they have not even done up to the expectation of the people, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't say it. But in this our culture, people don't want you to say anything or to criticize or to say, oh, you have not done well. Everything, all they want to hear, you are doing well. Oh, Sean, sir, all correct, sir. Sir. Yes, ma, I've heard you. Even when the person or the people do not even like it, they just want you to say, just obey. Just obey. And that's why they will come out with, oh, obey before complain. Just obey. The people generally, not even Nigerians, if you just come out, on the platform of sincerity, they will obey everything. Nobody wants problem. Nobody wants to be tossed here and there. Nobody likes it. But situations have made people, to behave irrationally. So if you do your part, you will see that the people will cooperate with you. Even if we still have a pocket of people who would still want to say, oh, we irrespective of what you do, but majority, the larger number of people will come out and give you credit. But you cannot be doing patchy work. I call it patchy or window dressing work. And you want people to be praising you or just to be saying, oh, correct. People are suffering, and these people know it, or they just pretend not to know. If you want to do all of these things because they want to go to house, because I could remember in those days when they go for all these census, everybody will sit at home. They want to come and count people. They always know people's house, and to a very large extent, even when we talk about our data is not even up to date, but with all this house to house thing, they still get a very reasonable result at the end of the day. So people are saying, if you could come to our house, or if you want to come to our house, but what stops you from coming to our house? If they can make it mandatory, everybody sit at home, everybody, soldiers or whatever, will be on the road, but want to share food to you, forget it, so that people will not take a double ration. People will definitely sit, and they will just obey. Even if somebody wants to go against what the government has said, they will say, no, you can't do that now, but the government has tried. Why would you want to do it? Even it is the same people that will be campaigning on government's behalf. So that is the way it is. So when they want all this, oh, you have to do this, they want to put policy in place, they want to put something, you have to do it, commanding tone, they love to do that, but reciprocate to what people want. That is where the problem comes in. Yes, someone says, you people are not serious to have scooped so low for saying you want to do house-to-house research, but before you can't do house-to-house in sharing token amount of money for the masses. If anyone should near me for one useless conduct, I swear to God, I reserve my comments. That is the reality. We should not pretend. That is the reality. People are saying their mind. You cannot tell them to be politically correct. Ataya. May they not even reach my side though. Another says, why does the picture of the Italian man who imported the virus keep popping up everywhere like he's the pioneer of something good? How come this house-to-house search is coming now that the Chinese is in town? Hey! Was the federal government sleeping before? They should not go and forcefully start sharing the corona virus from house to house. The Chinese seem to be acting and moving really fast, and they are really moving fast. Hey, there's nothing you're not going to hear from people. Of course, when you think that you have a knowledge of something, like people always say, nobody's island of everything. Where you think your own wisdom or your opinion is limited, that is where somebody else is starting from. You can imagine. Well, come, our hungry and angry dogs are patiently waiting for your arrival. I trust our dog called Lion. Hey, Professor Abayomi, thank you for a job well done. Please limit your house search to Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Ikeja GRA. That is where the carriers are. Oh my God. Don't send the innocent people to Bariga, Shomolu, Mushin, Oshodi, Ikorodu, or else you want to play with their lives. I won't say more than that. Oh my goodness. It's really funny. It's not funny, and that's the reality. Someone said, nice bro, in fact, you said the right thing. I will encourage all Nigerians home and abroad to come to appreciate all the activities and strategies put in place by the Lagos State government to curb the spread of this destructive plague. Please let us give them our support as much as we can and also pray for them. Let us desist from the habit of running down or condemning their efforts. No, nobody's condemning their efforts. People who have said, made their opinion known, they are valid in their opinion. They are very, very valid. You know, we should not leave, we should leave sentiment out of all of these things. We should just leave sentiment. Another person says that, see, as then they set strategies as if they carry your interest for heart. I'm fed up with this nonsense. This is funny. How can you identify those with the virus? Sir, before your virus, are we not been coughing? We have been using, we are used to fever. Oga, words looks suspicious. Oga, your words look suspicious. Oga, don't keep people because of money problems. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning this new strategy by the Lagos State government, house to house search, for them to get some information about this coronavirus, those who are sick and those who are ill. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.